Hello everyone, welcome to a new video, and today is going to be a fun little sit down video, and I really need to come up with a better intro for videos than just saying a fun video. This video is really just to help you in a way, I guess. As you could tell by the title and thumbnail of this video, I'm going to be sharing some things that you can do while listening to an audiobook. Because what do you do when you listen to an audiobook? You don't want to just sit there and stare at the ceiling. I mean, you can if you want to. Listening to an audiobook is kind of like a way to read your book, but also be productive at the same time. And I'm currently listening to an audiobook, actually, so I thought it would be fun to do this video while I'm actually listening to an audiobook. And I'm currently listening to Bladebreaker by Victoria Aveyard because Fatebreaker comes out very, very soon. Like this week. It's Sunday right now, the 25th. And I'm very excited about it. But I want to finish Bladebreaker first because I did a reread of Realmbreaker, and there's a whole video for this trilogy coming. Of course, after Fatebreaker comes out and after I finish it, spoiler free. But that's not what this video is. So I made a list. It's only 4 things on this list, but there's other things that I have that I can say as well, but I'm going to just say the ones that are on my list first. So the first thing that you can do when listening to an audiobook is take a walk. Okay, just go on a nature walk. I don't know, go walk outside. If you're in college like me, walk around your college campus, listening to an audiobook, or I don't know, go to the gym and just walk on the treadmill, and you can just listen to it while getting some steps in. I don't know if you're a big step person wanting to get steps in, so take a walk. And then the next thing is honestly very therapeutic. To me, it's therapeutic, and I've recently been doing it, but it is to color while listening to the audiobook, like in a coloring book. Coloring's not just for kids, okay? Get yourself a coloring book. And it's just so nice to have something to do while listening to the audiobook, but also coloring is on its own is therapeutic, but with an audiobook on top of that, it's even more therapeutic. I think it's a great way, and I've been doing it a lot. And because the coloring book I have each page takes a lot of time because there's like a lot of stuff to color in, and I'm only on my 2nd page of this coloring book because the first one took me a while. And then the next thing that you can do is play a game on your phone. Now, I put 2 examples, hashtag not sponsored, but if they wanted to. But play a game like Best Fiends or Toon Blast. Those are like the 2 games that I mainly play when listening to an audiobook. You don't want to play a super stimulating game, because if it's a really stimulating game like Superstar, JYP, or Superstar, The Boys, any of the Superstar rhythm games or games that take a lot of focus, don't play those when listening to an audiobook, because then you won't be focusing on the audiobook. And that's kind of the main thing of listening to an audiobook. You want to pay attention to what you're listening to. And then the next thing I have is, I feel like it's kind of an obvious one, but this is only if you have the physical copy of the book as well. So I'm listening to Bladebreaker right now and I have the physical copy, so you can follow along in the book. You can listen to it and also read along. I feel like it's just, I don't know what it is about doing that, but it's just so fun. Listening to it and reading along with it would be a great way to retain what's going on in the book, especially if it's it has more complexity to it. And those are the only things I have written down in my notes. This is kind of a last minute video idea because the video that I'm filming right now, it won't be ready by the time I want it to be, so this video. And another thing you can do when audiobooking is honestly take a shower, take a bath if you're a bath person. I'm a big bath person, but that's just me. Showers are nice too. If you need a shower, if you need to wash your hair, audiobook. You can audiobook while you're in the shower. Now, I'm a big taking the book in the bathroom and reading, but I usually do that when I'm taking a bath because I know I can keep the book away from the water. But that's a good way to get clean and also keep listening to the book. Another thing is if you have a bookshelf, you can reorganize your bookshelf while you're listening to the audiobook. For me personally, it takes me a really long time to reorganize my bookshelf. Even though it's just one bookshelf, it takes me a long time because I'm like doing so many different things, trying to figure out what looks good, what I like, what I don't like, what I want, where I want books placed, and what shelves I want them on. That already takes time in itself. So if you listen to an audiobook while doing that, you'll get a lot of audiobook listened to. At least in my experience, that's how it is. You can also do laundry when listening to an audiobook. There's honestly a bunch of things that you can do when listening to an audiobook. If you're like a fan art person, if you have that ability, which I wish I had, to make fan art and like all that wonderful stuff, like using Procreate or whatever the other softwares are, you can do that while listening to the audiobook. You can make fan art of the characters of the audiobook you're listening to if you want. I think that would be pretty cool. And I guess the final thing that I will give you as a thing you can do when audiobooking, even though there's definitely more, but this is just the ones from the top of my head. You can, if your room is a bit messy, or if you need to reorganize, you can do that when listening to the audiobook as well. Say if you usually listen to music when doing that, listen to the audiobook. And this actually reminds me, since I'm a big listen to music in the car when I'm driving home from campus or driving back, I usually listen to music. But sometimes I will listen to an audiobook, and since it's like an hour or something for me, I can get a good chunk of the audiobook listened to. So that's another option. Listen to it whenever you drive. Obviously, you don't have to do it all the time because sometimes you just need that music jam session. But listening to an audiobook when driving is honestly, dare I say it, therapeutic. I feel like I've said therapeutic 50 million times in this video. That would be the things you can do when listening to an audiobook. Now, obviously, there's a lot more that you could probably do, but these are just the ones that came to me. And I really hope that you enjoyed this video. If you want, like and subscribe. And don't be scared to comment. That's really it for this video. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.